Dear Mr. Weizenegger, generals and admirals, ministers, representatives of industry, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the warm welcome. I was looking forward to the evening, but I am also even more shocked and saddened by the latest news about the attack on innocent people here in Munich. My thoughts are with the victims, with their families, with the great citizens of Munich. Ladies and gentlemen, the week has been a week of disruption. After yesterday, it is now clear what many have speculated about for some time. The Trump administration wants a quick peace settlement between Russia and Ukraine. And they are calling on us Europeans to secure this peace as autonomously as possible. At the same time, US Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth has also made it clear yesterday and today in Brussels. I'm coming directly from there. I'm still thinking and reflecting of what we have discussed over there. And he made it clear, the US will not turn its back on us. As he said, we don't go anywhere. They will stay engaged in NATO and in Europe. That is both a commitment to peace on our continent and a wake-up call. We Europeans need to do more for our own security, and we need to do it much more quickly than in recent years. It is time for fewer promises and more action. We will engage in intense discussions with our American allies, but one thing must be clear from the very beginning. Ukraine and Europe must be part of any negotiations, ladies and gentlemen. No future peace deal can be achieved without the involvement of Ukraine, and any agreement that excludes Europe will not work either. Our goal is to keep supporting Ukraine until a just, comprehensive and lasting peace is reached, a peace that guarantees the interests of Ukraine and our own. But even once a peace agreement is actually reached, we will not be able to simply sit back and relax. Not only because we will need to secure the peace that could be negotiated in the next months, but also because Putin will continue to provoke the West. He will continue to attack us in a hybrid manner. He will continue to be a threat to our continent. It would be naive to believe that this threat will subside. We will have to invest even more strongly and more quickly in our defense capabilities. Peace in Europe can only be secured from a position of strength. And it's more than clear to me, staying ahead of the curve on the latest defense technologies plays a critical role in this context. It is crucial for our security. The war in Ukraine has clearly shown us how much new technologies are reshaping traditional warfare. While some of the most urgent weapons demands have of course been for tanks, artillery munitions and air defense systems, this conflict has also become one of the proving grounds for military innovations. History has taught us maintaining a technological edge is not just an advantage. It is a deciding factor between victory and defeat, between preserving freedom and losing lives. In Ukraine, advancements in digitalization and cyber warfare are measured in weeks and months, rather than years or decades as we know it. On the battlefield, system adaptations are implemented within hours or days instead of months or years. When technological superiority can make all the difference, our commitment to innovations is not just important, it is vital. This is why I set up the Cyber and Information domain as a force service, alongside the Army, the Air Force and the Navy. We know that we need to step up the digital transformation in the German armed forces as quickly as possible, especially in volatile times like this. We need more software to update systems easily and quickly and daily. To maintain our edge, we need to find ways to best adapt and modernize our armed forces as quickly as possible. This applies in particular to 4 technologies areas which, in my opinion, will shape the future of defense. First, artificial intelligence. AI is increasingly pervading all areas of our daily life, and defense is no exception. Integrating artificial intelligence comprehensively into the military domain has the potential to disrupt and revolutionize defense capabilities. It enhances mission success on the battlefield and ultimately saves lives. It is therefore essential for our armed forces to establish and maintain a competitive edge in this field. Second, quantum technology. Advancements in this area are equally expected to have profound implications, particularly concerning digitalization and information security. Another and third important category is drones. The war in Ukraine has been widely recognized as the world's first large-scale drone war, characterized by drone deployment of unprecedented scale. Experiences from other recent conflicts have also highlighted the role of drones in all domains, land, air, and sea. They have become part and parcel of modern warfare by enabling an increase in command and control capabilities, in precise reconnaissance, in targeted attacks, and more efficient logistics. Drones have become essential for strengthening our capabilities, and we must continuously advance our abilities both to use and to defend against them. And finally, fourth is cybersecurity. This is a key enabler for all our capabilities and must be considered and integrated at the very start of every project. All of these 4 technology areas are evolving rapidly, continuously creating new applications, which makes it even more important to recognize early on the challenges and opportunities they pose for the Bundeswehr. Innovation is not just about developing new technologies, of course. It is also about implementing them effectively. We must ensure that the latest developments and innovations are available to our armed forces quickly, immediately. That is why we maintain close dialogue with our allies and partners, sharing experiences and lessons learned as promptly as possible. International cooperation on the application of defense technologies can and will promote trust, resilience, and sovereignty across Europe. There's one thing in particular we have learned about fostering innovation. Innovation cannot be commanded. Innovation needs the right conditions. From my perspective, these are a sense of urgency, freedom of action, as little bureaucracy as possible, who doesn't want that, and end-user involvement. But fostering innovations goes well beyond technology. It is about empowering people, about encouraging an entrepreneurial mindset that embraces calculated risk, and about rewarding those who drive progress. Promoting innovation requires cultural change, and that is where the Cyber Info Innovation Hub, which is hosting tonight's event, plays a vital role as a dedicated innovation element within the Bundeswehr. The hub is our interface with the startup ecosystem and the digital sector. It works in a user-centered manner with our servicemen and women and finds solutions to urgent challenges. 180 innovation projects have been started at the hub, 40 of which are actively used already in the armed forces. But of course, it requires more to boost and implement fresh ideas and technology. To this end, we establish a research and innovation ecosystem with various players such as the Agency for Innovation and Cybersecurity of the Bundeswehr, Center of Research on Digitalization and Technology at the universities of the Bundeswehr in Hamburg and München. We plan to expand this innovation ecosystem significantly. For example, at the former airbase in Erding, not far from here, we are planning a defense lab in cooperation with the state of Bavaria and the city of Erding. At this lab, we want to explore the potential of new technologies with the support of research centers, the defense industry, and startups in the region. Because we strongly believe that we need to cooperate closely and provide our own technical and scientific expertise if we want to be successful. That is also why we want to foster and enable cooperation between Bundeswehr and civilian universities. This is simply not the time for unnecessary reservations towards such promising cooperation projects. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Too many negotiations during the last year. It's not my fault. Ladies and gentlemen, we need a strong digital and technological backbone for the resilience of our continent. This is a crucial part of the urgent action we must take now. Innovative technologies help safeguard those who defend our nation and secure our freedom. At the same time, not only the Bundeswehr, but also society, industry and the state must become much more aware of their responsibilities and roles when it comes to building resilience. Ultimately, deterrence and defense are collective responsibilities, extending beyond the armed forces to involve all sectors of society. Strengthening deterrence and defense requires a unified, integrated approach, especially when it comes to modern and hybrid warfare. These challenges are not abstract, they are real and they are ongoing, targeting our institutions, our society, our democratic processes, and every day. Russia does not distinguish between war and peace, between peaceful coexistence and military confrontation. Several arson attacks in European states can be tracked back to Russia and are linked to the war in Ukraine. German air traffic control systems came under attack in August. More and more drones are seen flying over military barracks or critical infrastructure facilities. And undersea cables in the Baltic Sea have been damaged intentionally. We also see hybrid threats in regard to the upcoming elections in Germany. For years, highly professional websites have been spreading false reports under the names of German media outlets. The SPD headquarters became the target of a cyber attack. And just recently, acts of sabotage in several German cities were committed that were falsely pinned on the Green Party. All these incidents illustrate the variety of Russia's hybrid toolbox. We know for sure that Russia and other hostile actors are trying to influence public opinion, doing it every day, manipulate information and undermine trust in our democratic systems. To me, it is clear, even after a potential peace in Ukraine, Russia will continue to do so and remain a major threat. This makes it all the more important for us to stay ahead of the curve, to innovate and to work together across all sectors. Since the outset of Russia's war of aggression, Ukraine has skillfully employed a whole-of-society approach to develop and adopt innovative technologies to defend itself. This means every stakeholder, from citizens to government institutions to private companies, is playing a crucial role in building a resilient defense ecosystem. The same needs to happen in Germany, but we all know we have quite a way ahead of us. It is no secret, Germany as a whole needs to become more tech-friendly and open-minded. We must understand hybrid threats without fearing the unknown, but preparing for it. We must embrace pioneering technologies while at the same time understanding their security implications. We need to be more receptive to technologies in all sectors of public life. while of course taking data security seriously and adhering to ethical principles. We must focus on our strengths. We must invest money wisely and harness the moment to put ourselves at the forefront of the technology sector. And I'm convinced a safer and more secure Europe hinges on a strong technological foundation. This technological foundation is multifaceted and dynamic. We need innovative frameworks that address both present and emerging threats in the physical, digital, and geopolitical spheres. By embracing new technologies, fostering a culture of innovation, and working closely with our allies and partners, we can ensure that we remain ready and resilient. At the same time, we need to be aware that defense in modern warfare is and will continue to be a shared responsibility, not only among NATO allies, but also between the state, society, and industry. Only together can we take decisive steps towards ensuring that Europe remains a beacon of stability, security, and progress in the digital age. Let's rise to the challenge together. Thank you.